of management. We were talking about ABFM, right? So when we talk about the ABFM, I'll be covering the area of CAIIB May 2023. Okay, so let's move forward towards the area of principles of management. Today, the questions would be a mix of principles of management as well as the area of accounting for management. So we'll be mixing, in today's class, we'll be covering the area of principles of management along with the functions of management. It's not accounting there, it's the functions. So we'll be talking about the functions there. So what exactly are the functions? How do we deal with it? That is something that we'll be looking forward to today. Okay, here comes the first question, which says, which of the following are major principles of leading? Leading is one of the areas, that is the directing there, right? So directing can be defined as the term leading. It is the principle of motivation, principle of continuous development, principles of harmony of objectives, principles of open competition, and principles of communication and clarity. Select the correct answer from the codes given below. The codes are 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 1, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 3, and 5. Oh, okay, I think it's not visible properly now. Just give me a moment. Is it visible now? Okay, I hope it's visible right now. So let's move on and start with the area of answering this question. Leading means to direct people what to do, how to do, and how all the things should be done. So that is something that is a part of motivating people. How can we motivate them, how they should look forward to it? Then continuous development is about how do they develop in terms of their working. Then the second is harmony of objectives. We talk about harmony of objectives as something that means, see, if we are working in terms of maintaining the working scenario, while we are working with people, the most important thing is that we have harmony in objectives. If you think about the goals in a different way, I think about the goals in a different way, that doesn't make sense now. It has to be something which is sorted, which is not having a clash there. And open competition, let the competition be open. Why should we have any mischievous situation where we are working upon anything like that, right? So open competition should be there. And along with that, the last point says communication. See, if I have a goal and if I don't talk about it to you, then how am I going to deal with it? If I don't share the goals with you and we do not have that similarity in terms of working, how will we ultimately achieve that objective? To achieve that objective, we need to have it. So basically, first, third, yani principles of harmony of objectives, and the last one is principle of communication and clarity. These three things make up the entire portion of this area, right? So it would be 1, 3, and 5. Now, next question. I hope this is visible right now. Okay, the D part is not visible now, so I'll just spell it for you. It says, consider the following. Planning is today's action for tomorrow's decision. This is related to the functions of management. Functions of management. And we are talking about the planning. Planning is a forward looking while controlling is looking back. See, planning is something we look into the future, what's going to happen in the upcoming time and how do we deal with that. That is, planning is looking forward, while looking back is something that talks about we look at the past and how the things went, and that would be based upon our future as well. We learn from our mistakes now. Motivation is about getting voluntary willingness of the subordinates for action. How do we look forward towards motivation? Motivation is an inner feeling. It's an inspiration, a feeling that we have to grow further, a feeling that talks about the basics of life there. If I want to get the work done through others, how will I get it done? By making them feel that this work is to be done in any case. Now that particular feeling is motivation. Then motivation after that is line and staff organization is the oldest form of organization. line and staff is basically a series where there's a superior, then there's a subordinate, then there is another subordinate, then subordinate is also there. That is line and staff organization. Now it says, what is the correct statement from the following? Only the second and third are correct. First, second, and fourth are correct. Then first, third, and fourth are correct. And D point is all of these are correct. Okay. Now, motivation is planning is both looking forward and controlling looking back. That is true. This one is absolutely true. And when we talk about planning is today's action for tomorrow's decision, no, it's actually something that relates to today's situation we plan and for tomorrow. So this is not the point. First is not the point. So in this case, if the first is ruled out, then we can rule out both of these. So if the first is wrong, then all correct is also wrong. So the answer that is left is only the second and third is correct. Rest everything is wrong. Line and staff organization is not the oldest form of organization. So basically the answer is A, second and third are correct. Next question. The principles of management, which states that employee turnover should be minimized to maintain the organizational efficiency, stability of personnel, remuneration of employees, equity, and Esprit De Corps. Esprit De Corps is unity is strength. The principles of management, which states that employee turnover should be minimized. See, if people are coming to the organization, then leaving, then coming, then leaving. Every person who's coming to the organization, you are incurring the cost of training them now. And then after the training, then we are supposed to give them work. So the cost of training is definitely there. But when they go to the work, then they leave the organization. A trained person is leaving the organization while you have incurred the cost of training. While you reap the benefits, that person is gone. You incur a cost, but you do not get the benefit. Now that is what this particular thing highlights. Employee turnover should be minimized. We should not have this. Is it stability of the personnel or remuneration of the employees? Equity. Equity is having a fair equality. That is not about you and I being equal. Exactly equal. If you and I both are working and you are senior to me, then both of us should be given the same level of training. No. The person who's basically junior would require more training, right? While the senior requires lesser time period for training because he's already a trained one. So this would be equity, where I'll be given more attention, where I'll have to work harder. That is basically my problem. That means I'll have to work harder now to reach up to your level later on. So you have to go up and I have to reach to your level. So I have to put more work. That is equity. Then Esprit De Corps is about unity. So none of these are working until or unless we talk about stability of personnel. That person who's living with us, the person who's a part of the organization has to be trained and he has to be pursued to be a part of the organization. Due care should be taken while carrying out the recruitment and selection process, right? So we need to make sure that the person who is into the organization is there and he deserves to be there. So that is something which they define. Sufficient time tenure should be defined there. Okay, here comes the next question. The scientific technique of differential piece weight system was developed by Taylor with the objective of discriminating between efficient and inefficient worker, to reward the efficient worker, to motivate the inefficient worker to perform better, or all of the above. Differential piece weight system was like any person who finishes the task. That is, for example, any person who makes 100 units per day will get 10 rupees. The one who finishes the task. The one who doesn't will get rupees 8 per unit. This is differential piece weight system. What happens is, if A made 100 units, B made 80 units, C made 120 units. What is the amount that they got? The one who made 100 units multiplied by 10, he made 1000 rupees in that day. The one who made 120 units, he made 120 into 10. He made 1200 rupees that day. Then the last one is who made 80 units multiplied by 8. So he got 640 rupees. Can you feel the difference? He just made 20 less than the required, while the person who made just 20 more is getting almost double of what he was working for. So this was such a pinching amount of money that he was receiving. This was definitely something which made that inefficient worker believe that I need to work hard. Then, number one, they are discriminating. That is true. Then they are also rewarding the person who's working hard. Yes, he's getting a good amount of money. And this is also a motivation factor, because this is a negative motivation. You see that the person who just made 20 more than the required is getting double of what you were getting. So that heart-wrenching pain that, oh God, I should have got more. That particular feeling would motivate each and every person on its own. They'll work harder. But the point is, that is a personal way of looking forward towards this. And many of the management books has also stated that scientific technique of differential piecemeal system is, it looks good, but only in terms of machines. Think about it. We are humans. At one point of time, we would be hit by mood swings. We would be hit by family troubles. We are hit by the scenario of low productivity due to health issues, right? And at the same time, sometimes external factors are also affecting our productivity. So all these things, we cannot give that 100 unit every single day. And every time we go below that limit, we are not earning the basics. We are not earning enough. Now, that particular feeling was so pressurizing. So it was always said that the scientific technique looked at humans as if they were some kind of machines, while it is not that way. No? So it is all of the above, everyone. Next question. The rule of thumb. Rule of thumb refers to the use of The rule of thumb refers to the use of personal judgment of handling management issues. Rule of thumb is about the hit and trial. That's how we define it. It's the hit and trial method which is used by the organization. It says adopting a hit and trial approach. Oh, I've already said the answer there. It says adopting a hit and trial approach for resolving the management problems. Second is method of science, defining a problem, developing alternate sources. That is actually a part of it as well. Basically what we do is we do the method study. We cannot anticipate things on our own there. Na? We cannot anticipate things on our own. Na? So what will we do? We'll formulate a specific method, and we will find the most scientific way of working through it. Once we have decided that this is the best way or the best method we can look forward to solving the problem, so we look forward to it and get it done. So that is what the rule of thumb states. So rule of thumb is basically both A and B. Both are correct. First is it is not a hit and trial method. Number two, it uses one of the scientific techniques to get the work done rather than just doing it for the sake of it, that let's try new and new methods. Right? So here comes the next question, everyone. It says Taylor was of the view Taylor was of the view that the concern for efficiency could be built in right from the process of employee selection. Each person should be scientifically selected, then work assigned should suit his or her physical, mental, and intellectual capabilities. To increase their efficiency, they should be given a required training. Efficient employees would produce more and earn more. Name the related principle of scientific management. Functional foremanship, science on the rule of thumb, development of each and every personnel to his or her greatest efficiency, and then none of the above. Okay, efficiency plays a very important role there. See, the point is, if we are working, then if you are trained well, then your output will automatically increase. My output will automatically increase. That particular thing is very, very important for every person. So that is what we can define as development of each and every person to his or her greatest efficiency and prosperity. Next question, everyone. It says, administrative theory was given by F.W. Taylor, Henry Fayol, Max Weber, and none of the above. We are done with two theories till now, scientific management as well as the general management. Then we'll also do the theory of Max Weber as well. So these are various, there are various philosophers who have given the principles of management, but we did the theories of the most renowned ones yet. So we'll be looking forward to those as well. So the answer here would be administrative theory was given by whom? The administrative theory or the general management was given by Henry Fayol. Right? The correct answer is Henry Fayol. Then dash authority is the authority of individual manager. Official authority, personal authority, informal authority, or none of the above. Dash authority is the authority of individual manager. An individual manager, they have their own authorities, they have their own powers. How we look forward to that power? What's the power that we're talking about? The power is his personal authority. He has a particular power of taking the decisions. So that is what we define as the personal authority. Next question. The overall pay and compensation paid should be fair to both employees and organization. See, every employee deserves salary, but the organization will pay as per their paying capacity. If they cannot pay much, and if payment would mean that they will lose their working altogether, then what's the fun? At the same time, if we talk about if the people will receive the money which is not as fair as per them, then what's the fun too? So we have to find the balance that the person, that is the employee as well as the employer, both feel satisfied in terms of the money. So what is it? It is subordination of individual interest to general interest. Okay, this is A. The second one is remuneration of the employees. C is equity, and D is none of these. The correct answer is remuneration of employees. We do not only pay them, but remember, while paying them, we also make sure that the payment relates to the organization and its working as well. So remuneration of employees is basically fair remuneration as per the organization as well as the people. It's both ways. Dash gives shape to the organization structure. Extent of delegation, span of management, number of employees, or planning. How do we define it? Dash gives shape to the organization. Every organization, one is extent of delegation. If I give work to someone, then that particular person gives the work to someone else. That is extent of delegation. Span of management is number of people who are working under me. The max number of people I can handle in terms of working is called span of management. Number of employees, and then is the planning. Anything that gives shape to the organization. The shape of the organization is based upon the span of management, the number of people I can handle under me. So the number of people would be defined. I'm at the first level of hierarchy, then the next level of hierarchy, then the next level of hierarchy is set. That is how we define the term span of management. Okay, so this is where I end my session. Our CAIIB batches have started. If you haven't reviewed it yet, the double validity is currently going on. So kindly go ahead and check it out on our website or in our app for further details. What you can do is you can go on to our website, that is www.adda247.com. Here you'll find the JAIIB and the CAIIB area. In the JAIIB and CAIIB area, all you need to do is you need to go on to our JAIIB and CAIIB Mahapack, where you'll find double validity is going on. If you're preparing for JAIIB, then anybody who's preparing for JAIIB, for them it is basically a plus point. But when we talk about the CAIIB Ka Mahapack, this is for the CAIIB where we have 6 plus 6 months validity going on, where you get live classes, recorded classes, as well as the test series which is available for you. Then all the details are stated here. All you need to do is you will find all live classes, mock test, video solutions, all revision batches, all ebooks, numerical batches, everything is there. That is something that you can look forward to The details of the faculty is also stated here. Then what you need to do is you need to click onto the area of buy now, and you can use the code Y541 and apply it. There you will get it at 7199.20. So that is at 6 plus 6 months validity, double validity is going on. So kindly go ahead and check it out on our website. Thank you.